get that front loop, just to get it started, is kind of a little bit of a pain. So the first one is going to get 1 single crochet, and so then the next one that's available, so there's the front, there's the back, so we just want the front only, and it says 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 half, so just wrap going into the front one only, and we're pulling through all 3 because that's a half double crochet. It says then to do 2 double crochets, so we're going to do 2 double crochets into that same spot. Okay, and that was 1. Here comes the second, and it says to finish it off with a half double crochet. So wrap through and then pull through all 3. So now it's saying the next one is going to get a single crochet, so just a front loop only, single crochet, and now the next one is going to get the same thing that we just did. So we're going to wrap, we're going to put 1 half double crochet into the front loop only. You should see me behind the camera. I'm like concentrating like you wouldn't believe. So we're going to put in 2 double crochets into that same one. This flower is absolutely gorgeous, probably the best flower I've ever seen done. And finish it off with a half double crochet. Okay, so the next one is going to get a single crochet in. And then the last one here is going to get the half double, 1 half double. We're going to do 2 double crochets. So hopefully you're seeing a pattern here. And another half double. And now it's saying in the directions, do not join the 3 petals together. And what we're doing actually, we're going to be in this next layer, we're going to be coming up underneath of it, okay, and using the other loops. So what we're going to just do now is that we're going to chain 1, and we're looking at the back. And now the back, do you see this line that's kind of protruding upward? Right there? That is where we're going to be working next. And what we want to do is that we want to concentrate, and those are the back loops of this particular project. So let's start off, and we're going to say 2 single crochets into each single crochet around. That's pretty easy. So let's just go into the very first one that you can find. Okay, and we're going to put 2 single crochets into each one of the pieces. So let's go in again. So just move on to your next one, 2 single crochets. So you notice that when we started off we had 6 as our number. By doing 2 double crochets, as it's indicating, it's telling you that you need to do, it'll turn it to 12 in the end. So each one is going to get 2 single crochets. And so what this is doing is on this round here is that we're building up on this flower so that the next layer can have something to grab onto. And without this layer, then you don't have anything to grab onto. That's pretty easy. This flower, when I was originally doing it, I thought it was pretty complicated at first, but then the overall look, if you just kind of pay attention, you kind of just go with the flow of it, it really is quite a beautiful flower. It's probably the nicest flowers I've been able to make in my whole professional career so far. And we have another one there. Okay, so let's see where we are. And you can see that we've kind of come all the way full circle, and what it's saying at the end of this one is that we want to join it to the beginning. So this is where you can kind of see how it's folding over. So this is kind of when we went back over it. So we just want to kind of just slip stitch it together, just like this. So what's going to happen now is that this piece underneath is going to be the next layer that you will physically be able to see when we go around next. So we're going to begin again, and we're just going to chain up 1, and again we're working with front and back loops again only. So the front we're going to be rotating around, okay, and it's going to be this layer in behind, and then we're going to come back on the next round and just finalize it off using the back loops. So it's saying to start off with 1 single crochet in the first single crochet. Okay, that's pretty simple. And now the next one's saying 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 half double crochet in the next, and then 1 single crochet in the next. So this is basically the same thing that we've just done in the front here. So the next one, front loop only, is going to get 1 half double crochet, 2 doubles. So I'm going to speed up a little bit because I think you're understanding the pattern. So 2 half doubles and then finish it off with the, sorry, 2 doubles and then finish it off with the half double. So 1 half double, 2 doubles, 1 half double. The next one that's going to be available coming up to you is a single crochet. Okay, do you see how that's kind of going over? It's actually really doing a beautiful layering effect. So we're going to do the next one again. So it's going to be a half double to start, 2 doubles, okay, and a half double to finish. And now the next one is a single crochet. So just continue that all the way around. I don't think I need to show any more of that. Just continue that same process all the way around. We'll pick back up and we'll work on the back loops of this same layer. We're now ready to move up to your next level, and what we have here, if you're not sure if you're following this right, at this point we should have 3 petals in the front here. This one we should have 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now it's saying to work on the remaining back loops of the third round. So 2 single crochet in the first, 1 single crochet in the next, 2 single crochet, and then 1. So let's move along. So we just want to flip this over, okay, and we just want to work in the back loops only. Okay, so we're just going to work in the back loops that we have. So what do we have? 2 single crochets in the first that we have, and then it says 1 single crochet in the next. So again, just working in the back loops. It's the only loop that you should be able to see anyway. So that's only going to get 1. The next one is going to get 2 single crochets. And hopefully you're seeing the pattern. So this is again establishing the next round that we have. So that was 2. So the next one's going to get a 1. Continue that all the way around. We'll move back up to the next level from that point. So we're now coming up to the end of that round, and this is what we have. And we just want to slip stitch it again to the beginning. So you can kind of see where you're stopping and starting with this particular project. Just kind of look down and you can see it clearly right in front of your face. So we're just going to slip stitch that. And now it says to work in the front loops only again, and the first one is going to get 1 single crochet, and this is going to be the same thing that we've been doing all along, is that 2 half double, or 1 half double, 2 doubles, and 1 half. Okay, and then you go single crochet and then the same thing. So just continue that all the way around again on this round using the front loop only, and we'll meet back up and we'll do the next layer from that point. So 1 half double, 2 doubles, 1 half double, and then the next one is a single crochet again in the front loop only, and then we just repeat what we just did, and therefore we can continue to move up on this round. Okay, so we just come back all the way around, and we don't want to slip stitch at anything, but we just want to turn it over and now begin the back part of this work. So we're using now the back loops, and you can see that these loops now are kind of standing out even more, so it's getting easier and easier for you to be able to see that. So we're just going to start off with the first one, and it says 1 single crochet in each, sorry, 2 single crochets in the first. I apologize about that. And then it says the next 3 will be single crochets. So let's just turn it over. So the next 3 will be 1 single crochet each. Go for the next one. Go for the next. Okay. And then 2 single crochets then into the next. Okay, and then 1 single crochet again in the next 3, and then the next one will then have 2 single crochets, and continue to repeat that all the way around, and we'll meet back up, and we're on the last line. Will be round number 10 as we then finish off this beautiful, beautiful flower. I've now come all the way back around, and now it's time to slip stitch, and I'm just going to slip it to the top here, this section. It's wonderful because, you know, when you go to look at this on a project, you're never really going to know where you stopped and started, because it's actually really quite amazing. And what we want to just do now is that we want to do a single crochet in the first, and so it says to use the front loops only. So again, front loops only, 1 single, and the next one is going to get the same thing that we've been doing all along, is with a half double in the next, a double crochet in the same one, a double crochet in the same one, and a half double, and then we want to move along to a single crochet and then again half, double, double, half, single crochet, and keep going all the way around, and this motif will be classified as done, and we'll just finish it off together and move along. So now I've come all the way back around, and now it's time to slip stitch to where we started, and we're just going to slip it. We don't want to slip it near the top, we want to maintain this petal, so we want to slip down here so that both of the petals then will just align together properly. And what you can do, don't cut the string too short. I'd actually cut it about 2 feet long, and we're going to be using that same string then to use it to sew together to the top of the bag. So we just want to pull that out, okay, and we just want to tie it in a nice knot, just somewhere out of sight, out of sight, out of mind, I guess you can say. Just tie it like that. And we just obviously want this to be on the inside, so just pull it through. Just slip in your hook from the bottom part, just pull it through so that it can slip back. And we're going to use that then to fasten it to the bag. So there, your flower is then complete. And it actually is amazing. It's really quite nice. And it's the same, so we did something right. So it's good. So let's get ready to assemble now, and what I want you to do is that we're going to actually seal now the bottom part together, and what I want you to do is I want you to look at your purse and actually see if there's a good side or a bad side to it. I'm looking for the top seam here where I slip stitch, and I want that to be on an edge. So I'm going to fold this so that that stays on the edge up there, and therefore it's not as noticeable when it's like that. What I want to do now is that I want to grab the main color, which was the gray, and I want to be able to fasten the bottom together. So then that is our first step. So let's do that next. First of all, let's create with the big crochet hook. I'm going to use a 6.5 for this. I'm going to create a slip knot, like we have been all along, and I want to be able to slip stitch the bottom edges together, just like that. So I just want to make sure it stays kind of flat when I'm picking it up, and I want to just start out the one side here, just right where it's coming together, and I just want to slip in my hook on one side and on the other, taking the material around, just grabbing it and pulling it through there and through that slip knot. And we're going to slip knot ourselves all the way across this. I'm not going to show the entire thing obviously, but we're just going to work to the next stitch over one side, grab the other, pulling it through and through. Okay, just keep moving along. So one side to the other. You can't really see the bottom anyway, so you don't want to be sloppy about it, but you can be a little bit generous, I guess you can say. So let's just keep doing that all the way across, and we'll meet back up on the other side. We'll finish that off, and you can see this is actually a really quick process. But it's a step that you want to do at the end so that you're aware of what is happening in the top part of the purse, because you don't want a bad side facing anywhere that people are going to be able to notice and point it out on you. Now coming up to the very end of the same line that we're working at the bottom, just been off camera just for a few minutes. This is not a very lengthy process. I want to go right to the end, and this slip stitching is really causing a really beautiful nice seam down there. So now that was the very last one I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my fancy dancy Westcott scissors, and I'm going to pull this string, and I'm going to pull it through like that and tie it tight. So I'm going to just go to the